Imagine your body as a finely tuned machine with testosterone as its high-octane fuel. But what if your everyday diet is like pouring sugar into your gas tank? 4 common foods are secretly sabotaging your T levels right now. And trust when we say, one of these foods isn't just in your fridge, it might be in your medicine cabinet too. First up on our hit list, soy product. Before you panic and toss out your tofu, let's break this down. Soy contains compounds called isoflavones. These sneaky little molecules can mimic estrogen in your body. Some studies suggest that high soy intake might lower testosterone levels. But hold on, it's not that simple. The effect seems to vary from person to person. Some guys might see a dip in T levels, while others barely notice a change. It's all about your individual biology and how much soy you're consuming. Let's look at the science. A 2021 meta-analysis published in the journal Reproductive Toxicology found that soy protein and isoflavones intake had no significant effect on testosterone levels in men. However, some individual studies have shown a slight decrease in testosterone, especially with high soy consumption. So what's the deal? Should you avoid soy completely? Not necessarily. Moderation is key. If you're knocking back soy milk by the gallon or eating tofu at every meal, you might want to dial it back. But a serving of edamame now and then? Probably not a big deal. Here's a tip. If you're concerned, try limiting your soy intake to a few servings a week. And remember, whole soy foods like tofu and tempeh are generally better choices than processed soy products. Moving on to our second testosterone terrorist, mint. Yeah, you heard that right. That refreshing herb in your mojito or toothpaste might be doing more than freshening your breath. Here's the science. Spearmint and peppermint contain compounds that can reduce testosterone levels. One study on women with PCOS found that drinking spearmint tea significantly decreased their free testosterone levels. Another study on rats showed similar effects. But before you swear off mint forever, remember that most of these studies used pretty high doses. We're talking multiple cups of strong mint tea daily. Your occasional stick of gum or sprig of mint in your salad, probably not enough to cause a testosterone nosedive. Still, if you're a mint fanatic, you might want to consider cutting back, especially if you're already dealing with low T levels. Try limiting your mint intake to small amounts a few times a week. And if you're drinking mint tea, maybe switch to green tea instead. It's been shown to have potential benefits for testosterone levels. Gentlemen, brace yourselves for number 3. Licorice. No, we're not talking about those red twists you get at the movie theater. We mean real licorice root. Licorice contains a compound called glycyrrhizic acid. This stuff is potent. It can mess with your body's cortisol levels, which in turn can impact testosterone production. One study found that men who consume just 7 grams of licorice root daily saw their testosterone levels drop by a whopping 26% in just 1 week. But here's the twist. Licorice isn't all bad. It's been used for centuries in traditional medicine to treat various ailments. Some studies suggest it might help with digestive issues and even have anti-inflammatory properties. The key, as always, is moderation. If you're sipping licorice tea every day or popping licorice supplements, you might want to reconsider. But the occasional piece of licorice candy, probably not a big deal. If you're a licorice lover, try limiting your intake to small amounts once or twice a week. And if you're using licorice for medicinal purposes, consult with a healthcare professional to weigh the benefits against the potential risks. Are you ready for the next one? Processed foods. Processed foods are everywhere, from your favorite chips to that frozen dinner, and while they may save you time, they could be costing you more than you think. Processed foods are often packed with unhealthy ingredients that can wreak havoc on your body, particularly your hormones. Take trans fats, for example. These artificially created fats are commonly found in baked goods, snack foods, and margarine. Studies have shown that trans fats can lower testosterone levels in men by as much as 15%, not to mention their well-documented impact on heart health. But it doesn't stop there. Processed foods are typically loaded with refined sugars, which can spike your blood sugar levels. This leads to insulin resistance, a condition that not only paves the way for type 2 diabetes, but also suppresses your testosterone production. The cycle is vicious. High sugar intake leads to high insulin, which in turn leads to lower testosterone, a hormone crucial for energy, mood, and muscle mass. And let's not forget sodium. Processed foods are often loaded with salt to enhance flavor and preserve shelf life. High sodium intake can increase blood pressure, which is another indirect way your testosterone levels can suffer. Elevated blood pressure can lead to decreased blood flow, affecting everything from your cardiovascular health to your hormone production. So what's the solution? It's not about giving up all your favorite foods, but rather making smarter choices. Start by reading labels carefully. Avoid foods with long lists of ingredients you can't pronounce. Look for items that are lower in trans fats, added sugars, and sodium. Moving on to our silent testosterone killer that is chilling in your kitchen cabinet: vegetable oils. Yeah, those supposedly heart-healthy oils you've been cooking with, they might be doing a number on your testosterone levels. We're talking about oils like soybean, canola, and corn oil. These are packed with polyunsaturated fats. Now, don't get me wrong, some polyunsaturated fats are essential for your health, but too much of a good thing can be bad news for your testosterone. Here's the deal. Excessive consumption of these oils has been linked to lower testosterone levels. It's like they're putting a damper on your body's testosterone production. But that's not all. These oils can also promote inflammation in your body. And guess what? Inflammation can further mess with your hormone balance. Think about how often you encounter these oils. They're in your salad dressings, your mayonnaise, even in the chips you snack on. They're used in restaurants and fast food joints everywhere. It's like a minefield out there for your testosterone. But wait, there's more. Let's talk about our next testosterone tanking food: bread and pastries. Yeah, that morning bagel or afternoon cookie might be sabotaging your manhood. Here's the scoop. Refined carbs like those found in white bread, pastries, and other baked goods can lead to spikes in your blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar spikes, your body releases insulin to bring it back down. Do this often enough, and you could develop insulin resistance. Now, why should you care about insulin resistance? Because it's associated with lower testosterone levels. It's like your body's way of saying, if you're not going to use insulin properly, I'm not going to produce as much testosterone. But that's not all. Many of these baked goods also contain trans fats. These are the bad boys of the fat world, and they're terrible for your testosterone. Studies have shown that men who consume more trans fats have significantly lower testosterone levels. Think about how often bread and pastries show up in your diet. That sandwich at lunch, the roll with dinner, the donut with your morning coffee. It all adds up, and your testosterone is feeling the squeeze. Another testosterone troublemaker is alcohol. We know what you're thinking. But doesn't a beer or two help me relax and boost my confidence? Sure, in the moment. But when it comes to your long-term testosterone levels, alcohol's not doing you any favors. Here's the deal. Alcohol can impact your testosterone levels in multiple ways. First, it can increase the conversion of testosterone to estrogen. Not what we want, fellas. Second, it can interfere with the processes in your testes that produce testosterone. And third, it can mess with your sleep, which is crucial for testosterone production. Let's break down the science. A study published in the journal Alcohol and Alcoholism found that even moderate alcohol consumption, about 30-40 grams per day, which is about 2 to 3 standard drinks, can lower testosterone levels in men. The effect was more pronounced in heavy drinkers. But it's not all doom and gloom. The occasional drink probably won't tank your T levels. It's chronic, heavy drinking that's the real problem. So if you're knocking back a six-pack every night, you might want to pump the brakes. If you do enjoy a drink, try to limit it to 1-2 drinks a few times a week. And when you do drink, opt for red wine. Some studies suggest it might have less of an impact on testosterone compared to other types of alcohol. Now you might be wondering, what about other foods? Are there more testosterone killers out there? Well, that's a story for another day. But here's a teaser. Your favorite breakfast food might be on that list. Think about it. What do you often eat in the morning that might be impacting your hormones? The key is balance and awareness. If you're concerned about your testosterone levels, pay attention to your diet. Maybe cut back on these potential T killers and focus on foods that support healthy hormone levels. Speaking of which, let's talk about some testosterone-friendly foods. Eggs, for instance, are packed with protein and healthy fats that can support testosterone production. Oysters are rich in zinc, a mineral crucial for testosterone synthesis. Leafy greens like spinach contain magnesium, which has been linked to higher testosterone levels. And don't forget about healthy fats. Avocados, nuts, and olive oil contain monounsaturated fats that can help boost testosterone levels. Fatty fish like salmon are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which may also support healthy hormone levels. But here's something to chew on. While food can impact your testosterone, it's just one piece of the puzzle. Exercise, sleep, stress management, they all play crucial roles in your hormone health. As a bonus tip, stress management is often overlooked, but it's vital for hormone health. When you're stressed, your body produces cortisol, which can interfere with testosterone production. Try incorporating stress reduction techniques into your daily routine. This could be meditation, deep breathing exercises, or even just taking a walk in nature. You need to remember that hormonal health isn't just about avoiding certain foods. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your body's natural processes. It's about finding balance in your diet, your exercise routine, and your daily habits. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Should you live in fear of every bite you take? Absolutely not. Remember, nutrition is complex. The foods we mentioned aren't evil, and occasional consumption probably won't wreck your hormones. Here's a final thought to ponder. Your mindset matters too. Some studies suggest that feeling powerful or successful can actually boost your testosterone levels. So along with watching what you eat, try to cultivate confidence and a positive outlook. It might just give your T levels an extra boost. And also follow our channel to stay up to date of what you can do to increase your T levels and become a man of action. We have put together a list of foods that help you increase your manhood and let you take back control of your T levels. Watch it here.